Good evening, Natasha Jolly. So I have an OPRA story for you. I was copied in an OPRA request for the proficiency analysis report that was to be presented at the June 6th curriculum committee meeting. Mr. Hopkins replied he could not identify the document that was being requested. I sent Mr. Hopkins the exact timestamp of when Ms. Khanna asked when the report will be ready. Ms. Stanley replied tomorrow, meaning June 6th. Ms. Khanna said she was looking forward to the report. Mr. Hopkins replied to me that quote unquote report from a committee is likely a report out or a verbal report. He checked with Dr. Greer, who chairs the curriculum committee, who was also unsure of what was meant. Ms. Khanna was the only one who responded to my email seeking for this information. From her response, and I quote, "The curriculum committee has published the minutes of the curriculum committee meeting from June 6th. I would suggest reaching out to the chair, Pamela, and to Dr. Varley, if that committee has not already responded to your request. Based on what I have seen in the report that was included in the minutes, I have many questions and have reached out to Dr. Varley for more information. I would recommend reaching out to Dr. Varley directly as the single source of information." So my question to the board, does this report exist? If it's part of the committee minutes, when I open the committee minutes, I expect to get this report. The BOE majority blocked Dr. Forreger's motion to have the SI present the analysis on proficiencies and the 52-point decline in rank, and took it to committee, said the report or whatever analysis, whatever, will be ready June 6th, and almost 2 months since the motion produced nothing that the public can see. These OPRA requests are a direct result of the lack of transparency and accountability. You use them as an excuse to pay Mr. Hopkins an additional $12,000 to handle this volume in addition to his work. But wait, it's not in addition to his work, as he passed on some of his responsibilities to Mrs. Corley-Hand, who in her own words said it wasn't her area of expertise and was one of the many reasons why she resigned. Did the BOE approve the transfer of responsibilities for the K-12 ELL program? Does the MKM principal job description now include this responsibility? Does Mr. Hopkins then really need the extra $12K? Some people in the community are being blamed for the resignations due to negativity. However, these folks are stepping in to hold the administration accountable, something the majority of the BOE fails to do. Mrs. Corley-Hand and other teachers and administrators are resigning not because of community members who speak up, but rather due to the, and I quote Mrs. Corley-Hand, unprofessional behavior, disrespect, and hostility from district leadership. Teachers and principals resigning has a direct negative impact on our students, and that's on the SI and the BOE majority that supports her. If you keep doing the same thing, nothing's going to change.
The public sees our NJ DOE numbers, and educational numbers and state performance reports are complex, and I've had graduate level courses in educational statistics. Community members have sent me emails regarding our school performance, and I read them all. And I've researched the reports. And let me make this clear. Berkeley Heights is a high achieving district, but like all school districts, we're striving to do better for our students. The community asked for an explanation of the school performance, and the request appropriately went to the curriculum committee. Dr. Varley tasked the administrators to compile, deliver, and discuss the results with Ms. Stanley, Dr. Forreger, and myself. These administrators did exactly what they were asked of them. And based on the school performance report, they delved into the possible reasons for the scores. They identified areas of needed academic growth, and they shared several interventions that will help achieve positive results. This included monies for an ESS program for SEL, a flexible lunchtime schedule, and Dr. Forreger asked a very good question about how would that schedule at the high school affect student scores, impact scores, and he received an answer of the time on task. And the continued use of the internal school data that we have to more specifically identify students with needs. And this includes the formative and substantive assessments given individually by the student teachers, the Dibbles, the Fontes and Penna, the reading assessments, the online data from iReady and Linkit, and small group work with the reading and math interventionists. Even math clubs are a fun part of promoting and enhancing achievement. This is where we need our two new administrators to help promote and enhance our student achievement. and our state performance reports. We need continuity, we need commitment. Dr. Seminario will look at our new K2 phonemic awareness program, our Haggerty, our word study program, and as the Director of Elementary Education Intervention, this position ensures that our younger students are going to receive that support and intervention they need for their early academic success. And using the internal data, this will help ensure that our youngest learners will promote their scores. Dr. Giordano will address the needs of our targeted level cohorts at the GL level, and he will be helping with our Director of STEAM and working with the new programs that we have for our students that are receiving classified with our new program for retail and hospitality. We want Berkeley Heights to improve in our school performance and continue with our academic and our emotional needs of our students, and to show our students the importance that we place on every student achieving to the best of their abilities. Working together as administrators, teachers, parents, staff, and community members, we can achieve so much more. We need to gather in support of our students, staff, our administrators, our parents, our community, and with one voice that declares our students are our top priority and their continued academic success and performance depend on us positively working together. I want to support the positions of the two candidates that are before us this in our personnel.
Thank you for your feedback.
That multiple times Mrs. Jolly has received emails describing this report document. Does not exist. This report document does not exist. There's nothing hidden that is available to us and not the public. If you OPRA the curriculum committee minutes, which is what I told Dipti, that the curriculum committee was meeting the next day. And so again, this has been, this report document does not exist. It is not hidden from the public, and the curriculum committee did their job. We will be discussing these things in the fall when everyone is back and paying attention to school again. We will be talking about our student assessments and how we can continue to move forward and do better. So that's all I want to talk about in new business.
Okay,